John Ronald Tolkien was a major scholar of the English language, specializing in Old and Middle English, twice professor of Anglo-Saxon at the University of Oxford. On his youth, Tolkien was already showing remarkable linguistic gifts. He had mastered the Latin and Greek, which was the staple fare of an arts education at the time, and was becoming more than competent in a number of other languages, both modern and ancient, notably Gothic and later Finnish. He was already busy making up his own languages, purely for fun. When the Great War began, Tolkien was enlisted as a second lieutenant in the Lancashire Fusiliers. For many months, Tolkien was kept in boring suspense in England, mainly in Staffordshire. Finally, it appeared that he must soon embark for France, and he and Edith get married in Warwick on 20. Eventually, he was indeed sent to active duty on the Western Front, just in time for the Somme offensive. After 4 months in and out of the trenches, he succumbed to the trench fever, a form of typhus-like infection common in the insanitary conditions, and then, in the early November, was sent back to England, where he spent the next month in an hospital at Brigham. By Christmas, he had recovered sufficiently. When the armistice was signed on November 11 from 1918, Tolkien had already been putting out feelers to obtain academic employment, and by the time he was demobilised, he had been appointed assistant lexicographer on the New English Dictionary. Finally, he published the adventure story The Hobbit, and in 1950 he published the epic triptych of The Lord of the Rings. The books enchanted some readers. By the end of Tolkien's life, his books were becoming more widely respected for their literary merits and wide-ranging influence. The stories reached a new generation and an even wider audience in 2001, when the director Peter Jackson launched the first installment of his Lord of the Rings movie trilogy. It's still one of the highest grossing film series of all time, with nearly $3 billion in revenue worldwide.